Is the Super Bowl old hat for you at all at this point?
Oh, old hat, are you kidding me? I've only called one before, and it was Super Bowl 37 quite a while ago. I've been to quite a few media days, but no. To be able to call the Super Bowl on Sunday never gets old hat, and I'm so excited. I can't wait.
What is this media day? How does it compare to any other media day?
Well, it's not even a media day anymore. It's opening night. So it's, to a large extent, it's become a TV show we kind of just eavesdrop on. But it used to be even crazier, if you can believe it. I didn't see a single marriage proposal. There was no one of those. Not yet. There may be one coming. I think everybody's gone. I told Jimmy last night he'd probably get 8 of them today, but I didn't see anybody in a wedding dress. I mean, it used to be a real carnival. I think the NFL Network's kind of taken it over in recent years, and they've got Dion and Michael and all their crew doing live interviews. So it's kind of like we're eavesdropping on a TV show, but it's fun for the guys. It's a environment you don't really see them in, where they can just all together be swarmed. And I know to some of them it's tedious, but I think deep down they all love it. I mean, they all grew up watching it and dreaming of playing in the game. So to actually be here and be the one getting asked all the questions, they gotta love it. It means they've arrived. They're at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, absolutely. We have 3 Sacramento area guys that we're looking at. Eric, Ross, and Akello. You know this team better than anybody. What do you see out of those guys, and what have you learned about them this season?
3 of the most improved players, I think, on this team, starting with Eric Armstead. His improvement this year, and I think a lot of it was Chris Kocurek, the defensive line coach, and just this wide 9 technique where the defensive linemen are wider splits and he's wider to use his basketball skills and his athleticism. And playing lower, they all get down in 4-point stances. So each point is your leg, is each point in your hands. So he's down, on all fours. And I think because he's a 6'7" tall athlete, he played a little bit high sometimes in years past, where now he's coming low with so much power, and he's coming low to high, and he's just so powerful. Ross Dwelley, I think, is the most improved 49er in a calendar year. I mean, last year he was borderline even if he could make the team. And I've interviewed him quite a bit. We have mutual friends. And his hand-eye coordination, you could see it right away. What a great catcher of the ball. He was a first baseman in baseball. So he had that natural ability. But he had to work on his inline blocking. But they saw something in him. They kept him around. And then when Kyle Juszczyk went down to injury, he became a really serviceable fullback, which is just amazing. And he's not a great inline like a George Kittle blocker, but he knows how to use his body in space, and he's become a great player. I think he's going to be a player that's going to be on this roster for many, many years. And then Akello, I know I've said every guy's the most improved, but Akello was improved in every way imaginable. He was so good early in the year. The interception he had in Tampa Bay for the score, he almost had one in Cincinnati. And I think that foot injury he had against Pittsburgh, and then he had a quad, it slowed him down a little bit. But I tell you what, something tells me number 23 is going to be asked to do something big in the Super Bowl. Kansas City loves to flood the field with wide receivers. They have 3 on the field a lot. So you can match up with a nickel and put K1 in there. If you wanted to do something a little exotic, you throw Akello on the field. So something tells me he'll be heard from in this game. And I just love the fact that after he did get pulled out of the playoff game, he raised his hand and said, I want to go play special teams. So all 3 of them have been dramatically improved, and the 49ers are improved. That's why they're in this game. Each individually getting better, and as a whole they got better.
What are you most looking forward to this week, outside of the game?
Well, the game. No, my family's coming in on Thursday, and I usually when it's a regular season game, I put all my work off to the end, and I like to cram right before the game. But like the players and coaches, I got a lot of work done before the week because I want to enjoy this. And I know the Kansas City Chiefs. I've been watching them for 25 years. I know their personnel. So I think when my family gets here and just being able to enjoy it, and then waking up on Super Bowl Sunday, I'm going to go over early and just soak it all in. I mean, you feel like they're good and they're young and they'll be back every year, but you never know. Dan Marino, go back to when he played the 49ers at Stanford Stadium. We thought Marino would be in the Super Bowl every year. He never went back again. So you never know when you're going to go back again. So I'm going to enjoy every minute, but when that ball gets kicked off, I'm going to be out of my mind.
Well, we can't wait. We got Greg Papa, the voice of the 49ers. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so
Enjoy
much.
this
Thank
week.
you. Thank
Yes.
you.
One more real quick.
Yeah.
Just how gratifying is this for you, being the first year doing this with the Niners?
I mean, gratifying, just fortunate, lucky. overwhelmed. I mean, I thought they'd be good this year when I told people if number 10 took every snap and played all 16 games, meaning Garoppolo, they'd win 10 games. And it was just a nice round number because he's number 10. They won 10 games the 2 years combined, a 4 and a 6. But did I think they'd go 13-3 and win the divisional game and the championship game by 17 points each? I don't know if I thought that. But now I think this is going to be a super year. That's what I think.
So you're not buying into the Greg Papa's the lucky.
No, I'm not. I had 21 years with the Raiders where we made the playoffs 4 years. I think Nick Bosa, Dre Greenlaw, Debo Samuel, D Ford. You want me to go on and on or just stop there? I mean, they're the good luck. I just jumped on the bandwagon.